Hey everybody, this is Belmont Stakes Day. Congratulations, we made it. Our selections for Saturday, June 10th. We have 13 races on the card. We've got a pick 5 preview. Pop over to that video. It starts in race 8 and goes to race 12. We've got a pick 4 preview that starts in race 9 and goes to race 12 for the late pick 4 or the all stakes pick 4. Pop over and watch that video. We've got a hot take um, of the card being announced and the race being announced for the Belmont Stakes. Pop over to that video and listen to that. There's a horse in there. I'm going to add it in our other sequences. My top 4, though, I'm going to leave it with the top 4 for exactas and trifecta purposes. If you wanted to throw in the horse, you could, which is Archangelo, who won the Peter Pan. But I have another selection that is top, and I think some other horses will be running too. We've got 13 races on the card. My name's Dave. I'm the creator of Thorostat. I'm given top selections. I recommend playing my top selection to win in place. I recommend playing the other top selections in each race to in exactas and trifectas. Play them however you play. My goal, I'm a tournament player. I've been a tournament player for the last 3 or 4 years now. My goal is to be able to effectively and efficiently go through 13 races as efficiently as possible using speed figures, angles that I have saved, stats and analytics for trainers, jockeys, equipment changes, those things that are in between the lines you don't really see in the PPs by reading the PPs or watching hours of replays, right? I have to handicap hundreds of races in a weekend and find value and whittle it down to 10 races to choose in a weekend in the championship. So I don't have the time to dig in each race. I've got to find quickly the races I want to spend and invest more time in for the biggest value. So that's my goal. If I'm cold, fade me. Fade me. I don't care. If I'm hot and I have long shots, use the long shot if it's a top selection. I may give you a horse that you don't see or you didn't see on paper by looking at and however you handicapped. There's no right way to handicap, right? We've all got hundreds of different ways to do it. I use pace figures, speed figures, pedigree angles, especially on the turf, progeny in production of the dam as well for some value, and dig into the PP. So that's a long-winded intro. Play it how you normally do. Let's jump in though. 13 horse or 13 race card on Belmont Stakes Day. Race 1. Race 1 on Belmont Stakes Day. First post is 11:20 Eastern, 10:20 Central. 12 horse field. My top selection though is the 9. Love to shop. Does have the late speed. My top 3 are 9, 11, and 4. The 9. Second off of a layoff. Finished second with IRAD before. Last out. Second time Lasix is the big reason for me. Morning line's 5-2. Came second last out, so we're using the 9. Hit the board at Belmont in its only start. The 11 we're also using. Riviere, Bolte Oro, Philly, first time starter, George Weaver, Luis Saez together. Had a decent gate work at Saratoga on the 3rd. First time starter, 17% for Weaver, 21% first time Lasix, positive ROI, big positive ROI. First time turf, 22%, 137, positive ROI. Using the 11 underneath, and the 4, Oolong High, No Nay Never Philly, Mark Henning, getting Jose Ortiz, 25% with Jose Ortiz winners in the last 10 days, 18% for No Nay Never, all-time sire, 15% on the turf. Came third at Gulfstream on April 2nd off of a bit of a layoff. We're going 9, 11, and 4 in the opener here on Belmont Stakes Day on the turf. Race 1, 6 furlongs. Morning line 5-2 is the 9. Love to shop. Top 3, 9, 11, and 4. Race 2, Belmont Stakes Day. Allowance, 7 furlongs on the turf. We got 11 horses in the field. Our top 3 are 10, 11, and 9. The 10, 9, and 11 are the late speed here. The 6 I don't think holds on for any bit of it. from the front end. Our top selection is a live long shot. Second off of a layoff, going dirt to turf. Michael Denny, 16% dirt to turf. Animal Kingdom on top. Animal Kingdom, 15% winners on the turf. Javier Castellano, 17% distance and surface. Is the late speed. Has hit the board 3 of 5 times on the turf. I think wins. Can run down this field in this allowance company. Using the 11 as well underneath. One last out. Getting Tyler Gaffley on a board. Freud, New York bred. Freud on the turf. Gotta love it. 2 wins of 6 starts on the turf. Hasn't run at Belmont. And the 9, Lady of Thoroton. Chris Englehart, Katie Davis. Third off of a layoff. 1 with Katie Davis by a neck. Last out on the 12th. 26% for Chris Englehart with winners last out. 50% together wins with Katie Davis. 525% ROI. Morning line 15-1. Our top 3, again, in race 2, 10, 11, and 9 on the turf here at Belmont Park on Saturday. We're going to try to beat the 4 and the 1. I like the long shots here. 10, 11, and 9. 10 is our top selection. Morning line 20-1. I'm nervous now is our top selection. 10, 11, and 9. Belmont Park, race 3 on Saturday. 6.5 furlong stake race, the True North. We are looking at a 6-horse field. The 5 and 6 are the early pace. 3, 4, and 5 are our top selections. The 3, also a long shot, Anarchist. Morning line is 10-1. Shouldn't go off at 10-1, only because one last out. Going Lasix off. Doug O'Neill, 22% with winners last out. Ran a 115, won by 3/4 of a length. Beat the horse that's going to be in race 9, I believe, with Caravel. Ice Chocolate is in that race, the 6. But getting Joel Rosario aboard, 20% at the distance. Late runner here. I think Joel will be able to get a little bit more out of the horse than Luis Contreras was able to. Luis is a great jock, but morning line 10-1. I like this horse with the value. I also like the 4 and the 5 underneath. The 4 is the morning line favorite. Does have all the other late running speed here. Elite Power, morning line 4 to 5. I think the better value is on Anarchist, the 3 though. And the 5 is the early speed. Need to run down the 5, Strobe, morning lines 2-1. So we're going to use the 2 favorites underneath. Top selection is long shot. 3, Anarchist. 3, 4, and 5. Our top 3, Belmont Stakes Day in race 3. Race 4, Belmont Stakes Day at Belmont Park on Saturday. 7 furlong allowance. This is going to run more like a route race. The 7 is the early pressing speed here. I'm not going to dive too much deeper, only because it's pretty formful here. The 3 is the late speed. 3 and 5 will be pressing late. The 6 and the 7 are going to go out front. I think the 7's beatable. Morning line is 7-2. I like it underneath for the exotics and the exactas and the try. The value, though, is the 3. Romantic Gamble is our top selection with the speed. The other late pressing speed is going to be the 5, All About the Money. And I like the 7, Life Changer. 3, 7, and 5 are our top 3 selections. Our top selection, though, is morning line 12-1, Romantic Gamble in race 4. Not going to spend too much time on this race either. It's pretty formful. It is the Poker Grade 3 mile stakes race on the turf. Race 5 on Saturday at Belmont Park, Belmont Stakes Day. Chez Paris is the top selection for us. Even money on the morning line. All the late speed here. Our top 3, 1, 6, and 7. The 6 is Emmanuel. Second off of a layoff, ran 3rd in the dinner party. And the 7, Filo di Ariana. Off of Lasix with Mark Cassie. Going from synthetic to turf. Sprint to route. A couple different changes here. On the turf, though, 6 wins out of 8 starts. For this morning line 4-1 with Luis Saez aboard. So I like that horse in our top 3. 1, 6, and 7. The 1, though, super tough to beat here. In race 5, Chez Paris, morning line, odds on, even money is our top selection. 1, 6, and 7 in the poker. Race 5 at Belmont Park on Saturday. Race 6, Saturday, Belmont Park is the Brooklyn, 1.5 miles on the main track. The 7 and 8 are going to go out early. My top 3 are 11, 4, and 7. Code Runner is our top selection on Saturday in race 6. Code Runner, we're going to take a look at real quick. The 7 is going to hit the board in our top 3. It is the early speed. I think we'll hold on for a bit in a piece of it. In an allowance optional non-winners of 2, Sheldon Russell in this race previously, switching to Raylu Gutierrez, shipping in. Raylu's on another horse later on for Kaio Karamori. This horse has never run at Belmont, but has a late kick. The 11 Code Runner, Lasix off. The 6-year-old gelding I do like on top. I had a bullet work. Actually, ran 5 of 15 last work. Had a bullet work before its last start as well. Came third then. But second off of a 2 to 6 month layoff. 33% wins for Kaio Karamori. 67% in the money. Almost a 300% ROI. With Raylu, 29% wins. 300% ROI together. So, morning line 50 to 1. I'm going to take the 11 on top. If we get beat by the favorites underneath, cool. I think the 11 holds on. It's going to be a live long shot for us. The 4, Bright Future, also the late kick, and the 7, Warrant, has an early speed. The 4 and the 7 could get it done. We have them. But for a price, I really like Raylu switching to the second off a layoff. Code Runner, top selection. Morning line 50 to 1. 11, 4, and 7. Race 6 in the Brooklyn. Race 7, Belmont Stakes, mile and a 16th on the main track in the Ogden Phipps. There's a 6-horse field. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Clairiere is the horse to beat. Clairiere is our top selection. We're going 6, 2, and 1. The 2 search results is the early speed. I think will be on the pace setter, but Clairiere running late past the Champagne also is the little bit more of the long shot to round out the trifecta and exacta for us in race 7 in the Ogden Phipps. But our top selection, Clairiere, odds on. 6, 2, and 1, though, are our top 3 here in race 7 at Belmont Park on Belmont Stakes Day, Saturday. Belmont Stakes Day on Saturday, race 8, 7 furlong stakes, the Woody Stevens. We got 13 horses in the field. Our top 3 are 6, 3, and 8. Our top selection is Harrodsburg. Should be pressing off the pace a bit. We'll jump into the PPs for the 6, 3, and 8 here and dive a little bit deeper in Stats Race Lens. We're going to look at the 6 who our top selection is. Gelding, 3-year-old Gelding, third-time starter, had a bullet work on the 3rd, first of 77, ran an allowance race, came second with Jorge Vargas Jr. on the 6th of May. Bob Atras, 21% off a 1 to 2 month layoff. I like the work. I like the 50% in the money for Gracer. This exchange rate dam has come second at Belmont before. Morning line's 12 to 1. I think Manny Franco's hot. Also, Constitution, 16% winners all time. The 3, Arabian Lion, is going to be either the second or the odds-on favorite. Arabian Lion we're using underneath. The dam does have a positive ROI of almost 400% unbound, a distorted humor dam. Bob Baffert, Johnny Velasquez, second off of a layoff. Won the Sir Barton on Preakness Day. Has the second late kicking speed. Came second at this distance before. Hasn't run at Belmont, though. It's my only concern with how Baffert's horses will be. And we're taking the other Baffert, Fort Bragg, going blinkers on. It ran in the Pat Day Mile, came second, switching from Timmy Actine back to Bob Baffert because he was with Bob Baffert and switched to gear up for the potential run in Kentucky. Joel Rosario, Bob Baffert. Bob Baffert 31% off of a 1 to 2 month layoff, and 24% going from a route to from a route to a sprint. Went from a mile going back to a 1 turn 7 furlong race here. Our top selections, once again, 6, 3, and 8 in race 8, which is the Woody Stevens 7 furlong. The 6, morning line 12 to 1, Harrodsburg on top. 3, Arabian Lion, 4 to 1 morning line underneath the Bob Baffert. And the other Bob Baffert to help press the pace as well. Fort Bragg, morning line 5 to 1. 6, Harrodsburg, though, is our top selection, morning line 12 to 1. We are looking at the Jaipur Stakes, grade 1 for 3-year-olds and up on the turf, 6 furlong stakes race. I used about 8 horses in the pick 4 and the pick 5. I'm going to give you our top selections, though. We're using 4 horses. We've got the 2, 11, 6, and 12 as our top 4 selections. There may be some scratches. The 4 may scratch because Midday Image did just run. The 16 and 15 I think will scratch, but if the 4 draws out, the 15 will draw in. Ice Chocolate, I just mentioned, ran against a horse in the previous race. Race 9, I do like the 6 with the late speed as well as the 11 underneath Casa Creed. We're going to pop over to the PPs real quick. Our top selection, though, is going to be the 2, morning line 12 to 1. Go Bears Go. Not a Bears fan, but definitely a fan of this horse. This may take a bit to load, only because there's 16 horses in this race. The 2, though, is... Let's see if I can get this to go down. Here we go. The 2 is out of Cody Bear. Ran in the turf sprint with Wesley Ward and Johnny V. Switching to Jose Ortiz. I like the switch here. Does have the late speed. Did have a mild rally, came third, was 4 lengths back. But Wesley Ward is 27% off a 1 to 2 month layoff. Did have a bullet work on a softer Keeneland turf on the 2nd. So I like the 2, Go Bears Go, with this European connection, speed, and breeding here. Out of a Giants Causeway mare. 4 of 16 wins on the turf. Hasn't run at Belmont. 3 of 10 wins at the distance. 50% in the money at the distance. 9 of 16 on the turf in the money. 2, Go Bears Go, morning line 12 to 1 is our top selection. The 6, Ice Chocolate, and the 11 are the late running speed here. And I like the 12 Caravel because she is the favorite to round out our top 4 selections. She'll press the pace and press the 5 on the front end. I don't know if she'll hold on because this field's so large. But our top selection, morning line 12 to 1, Go Bears Go in the Jaipur. Belmont Park, race 10, the Hillendale Met Mile. Pretty formful in my eyes. The horse I'm not including in any of our exotics, though, is going to be the 3, Dr. Shivel. I think we'll round out the exacta trifecta and supers. The 2 horses that are going to be tough to beat. The 1, I love the story, Cody's Wish. Has a late punch here. We'll be running late. Keep him clean, keep him clear. Good story. Has hit the board twice at Belmont already. 6 for 6 at the distance. Distance specialist, surgical in his running at the distance. Charge It, off of Lasix for Todd Pletcher, Johnny V. 4 for 4 in the money at the distance. Has won its only start at Belmont. So could be pressing the pace early. Could make a late move here. I love the 5 underneath. And we're going to use the 3, Dr. Shivel, as well. Our top 3, though, in the Met Mile, 1, 5, and 3. Cody's Wish is our top selection. Good luck, Cody. Good luck, Cody's Wish, on Saturday in the Met Mile. Belmont Park on Saturday, Belmont Stakes Day. Race 11 is the Resorts World Casino Manhattan Grade 1 Inner Turf. Mile and a quarter on the turf. Our top selections, though, in race 11 are 4, 8, and 10. Pretty formful. The 4, Ottoman Fleet, I'll pop over and show you. Charlie Appleby, William Buick shipping in. Horses moving back to William Buick to come back over. Sorry, I've been talking a lot today. The 4, this horse has already won at Belmont. 4 for 11 wins on the turf. Let's see, 10 for 11 in the money on the turf. Going to be super tough to beat. Morning line is 5-2. We're using the 8 underneath up to the mark. Irad, Todd Pletcher, 4 for 4 in the money, 3 for 4 wins on the turf. I think we'll pick up the pieces. Decently bred on the bottom side. Bell's Finale out of Ghost Zapper, 200+% in the money, positive ROI. And then Chad Brown and Joel Rosario on a morning line 12-1. I'll take it because I think it may be a sneaky play underneath to hit some juicy exactas and tries. Bullet Work on the 28th at Belmont, 1 of 9. Together, Joel and Chad, who normally don't work together much, is what it looks like, 23%, positive ROI, running late, has hit the board at Belmont before, came third with Flavian Pratt instead of Joel, and 5 for 8 on the turf in the money. I'm going to go 4, 8, and 10 in the Manhattan. Going to be tough to beat is Charlie Appleby on the 4 is our top selection, Ottoman Fleet. Morning line 5-2. Our top 3 though, again, 4, 8, and 10 in the Manhattan. In the Belmont Stakes, race 12, Saturday, the big one. 9-horse field. I said I was going to give 4. I used 5 in my exacta or my exotics. Pick 6, pick 5, pick 4. I'm just going to give you the 5 in my reaction video of the post draw of the field for the Belmont Stakes. I said off the cuff, I like the 3 Archangelo. That was one of the horses when I handicapped I didn't have. I normally give a top 4. I'm going to break my rule and give a top 5. Play them in exactas and tries. I think it's going to be juicy if you can get some of these horses underneath. National Treasure, the Baffert's going to go out into the front and try to win it on the front end, just like it won the Preakness, right? We're going to use Archangelo because the second off of a layoff. We're going to spend some time here. Our top 5, originally our top 4 were 8, 9, 4, and 6. Angel of Empire is our top selection. We're including the 3 because I did mention it. I want everyone to see. I did mention Archangelo in the post-pool field selection video. We're using the 8. Flavian Pratt came third. Made up 13 lengths with Brad Cox. First time blinkers, though. We're going first time blinkers with Angel of Empire. He's making this change. He's got 3 of the 9 horses in this field. He's making this change with just this horse. First time blinkers, 44% wins, positive ROI. I'm taking this change as the change that's going to win this race. Angel of Empire is our top selection in morning line, 7-2. The 9, we're using Red Route 1. First of all, 6 of these 9 horses are out of tap it in some way, shape, or form as well. Just letting you know that, if you don't know. Rosario, back for Asmussen in the Preakness, finished 4th. Red Route 1. I had Red Route 1 on top. I thought this horse could have won. Was steadied. Kind of was all over the place. Inside move. Was passing horses, though. Passed a horse. We're using the 9. Red Route 1 underneath. The 4. National Treasure. Going to be tough on the front end. 1 on the front end, but 1 by a head. National Treasure, Bob Baffert shipping in. 35% winners. Winner last out. I think this horse is beatable. Very beatable. Had a bullet work, though, at Belmont. 1 of 5. The 6. Forte. Todd Pletcher. Tough to not include him. Forte had all those issues with the the Kentucky Derby didn't run. Had a bullet on the third, one of 14. Won at Belmont already. One of only a handful of horses that have run and won at Belmont. 6 for 7 on the dirt. Has a late kick. 300, almost 256% ROI on this damn Queen Caroline out of Blame. Irad and Todd Pletcher are 27% wins together. 50% in the money. 58% in the money. And the horse I have to include and show you. Second off of a layoff. Won the Peter Pan by a head. Javier Castellano, who won the Kentucky Derby, is on this horse who won the Peter Pan by a head. Had a bullet work before the Peter Pan. Has a bullet work going into the Belmont Stakes. Morning line is 8-1. 1 of 11. This damn positive 69% ROI. Jenna Antonucci and Javier Castellano, 33% wins. Only 6 starts. 13% positive ROI. Will be running late, has already also won at Belmont. So, we're using the 3 underneath as well. Our top selection, though, with blinkers on, with this change, Angel of Empire. Morning line is 7-2. I think passes National Treasure. A little bit more focused. And we're using the 9, Red Route 1. The 4, National Treasure. The 6, Forte. And the 3, Arcangelo. Our top selection, though, is in the Belmont Stakes. The 8, Angel of Empire. Morning line 7-2. 8, 9, 4, 6, and 3, because we're using them in the other exotics, are our top 5. If you wanted to do a top 4, 8, 9, 4, and 6 is perfectly fine. Belmont Stakes, 8, 9, 4, 6, and 3. Belmont Stakes Day, it is the finale. It's after the Belmont Stakes. This is the getaway race. It's a mile and a 16th on the inner turf allowance. If you're at Belmont that day, stay. Watch this turf race. If you're waiting for something else to happen after the Belmont Stakes and you made a little money, hopefully we made a little money. Race 13. We got 12 horses on the turf. Our top 3 are the 1, 3, and 8 to round out this card. The 1, Spirit of St. Louis, is the morning line favorite, and it's going to be super, super tough to beat with the late speed. The 1, going from dirt, switching to turf. Chad Brown, 24% with that switch. 19% first-time turf. Lemon Drop Kid Dam. Positive ROI. All the late speed here. First-time turf. This horse should love this turf. 16% or 14% winners for Mendagliadoro on the turf. The 3 we're using underneath. Second-time Lasix. Third-time starter. 1 with Manny Franco aboard by 3.5. Gets Manny Franco back. Winners last out, 16% for Christophe Clement. I think will run better. And it ran its eyeballs out in a maiden special and broke its maiden second time out on first time Lasix. Should do well again. Decent Bred Dam out of Gio Ponte. Blank slate this horse is out of. 71% in the money, 86% positive ROI. $8 median win dollars. And then the 8, I believe, is our third selection. 1, 3, and 8. Barrel of Quest out of a Disco Rico Dam on the bottom side. Barrel of Joy. Stretching out a little bit more. Came 5th with Trevor McCarthy before. Dylan Davis is getting a little hot. He was ice cold, so he's gearing up, cycling back for Belmont Stakes weekend. 17% winners in the last 10 days. That wasn't the case if we ran this 10 days ago prior. Decent Bred Dam. I love Disco Rico on the bottom side. Mission Impossible. Second off of a layoff. Was 3 wide. Was passing horses. With the switch to Dylan, I think should calm down a bit. 1 on the turf. Hasn't hit the board at Belmont yet. Dave Donk is tricky in these New York State bred races. So with that, I'm using the 15-1 Barrel of Quest underneath in the 8. The 1, 3, and 8 are our top selections in the finale on Belmont Stakes Day on Saturday. With our top selection, Spirit of St. Louis, Clear Conscience underneath, and the long shot, Dave Donk, Dylan Davis in the state bred race. Barrel of Quest out of Disco Rico, morning line 15-1, 1-3-8 in the finale. Thanks for watching again. Our Belmont Stakes full card selections. My name's Dave. I'm the creator of Therostat at Therostat on Twitter. Follow us. At Therostat on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. We've got pick 4, pick 5 previews. We've got a pick 6 preview for 2 days and our full card selections here. Follow us for other analysis, other full card analysis, other pick 4 previews, and live streaming of Del Mar and Saratoga in the summertime when it comes up, of those handicapping and live watch-alongs. Good luck on Saturday. Good luck in the Belmont Stakes. Cheers, and let's cash some tickets on Saturday.